Hey guys, I'm MegaGWolf and welcome back to the Sonic Hack Showcase. Today we'll be looking at a hack I'd say quite a few people have their eyes on. I'm definitely looking out for any new versions as we look at Sonic the Hedgehog Tribute. Now this was actually a hack I found out about long ago back in Sage, and of course since then the word has spread and I've had lots of recommendations to show it off. And well, of course for good reason. I mean, look at this! Look at this! This game pretty as fuck. One thing I've always thought is you can have a good hack with new moves, new layouts, new art and music, but sometimes it lacks a bit of polish perhaps. This hack so far, although it's only 2 levels technically, you've got Seaside Palace and Urban Rush, and in those 2 stages it feels very complete and the stages just flow nicely. Everything just seems to fit. The art in this case is pretty damn good. It's taking various assets and ideas from other stages and combining them into one very detailed level. Like the shading on the grass alone is very impressive, but I just love the overall feeling of everything, how it all kind of fits. Nothing feels too jarring or out of place. I really like the background with that whale-like figure in the ocean. It's also got some nice subtle parallax scrolling. It overall makes the first impression of this hack ridiculously good. Something else hacks sometimes do that I really enjoy is change the time of day between each level, and as you can see in this level we have a lovely sunset feeling, even to the point where I think Sonic is slightly tinted orange. Now I don't know if that's just my eyes playing tricks on me, but if you play this hack yourself, do tell me if you've noticed that as well. This game is really enjoyable, even just from a visual standpoint. I must also say that they've picked some really nice music for it as well, and have genocide? That's not really the word I'm looking for. 16-bitted some really good tracks, like the one we heard from Sonic Unleashed a moment ago, which also fit the stage quite nicely. The second set of stages, Urban Rush, reminds me a lot of the art style of one of the Sonic Advance games. Oh, that's probably because it is. I seem to remember seeing this level in one of the Advanced games I didn't actually play. I've only played the first one. But I must say it's nicely ported into this version anyway. And if you can tell from the background, that day and night cycle is still technically working as we're, well, doing this at night. Of course, if it isn't hacks using Kirby music, it's hacks using Michael Jackson music. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, I just wonder why there's always a connection. I understand about the whole soundtrack thing with Michael Jackson, but I don't know if some of them always fit the Sonic scene. That might just be personal preference though. So overall, Sonic hasn't really changed much. He has a spin dash, but this is a hack of Sonic 2, so what'd you expect? But apart from that, he's fairly unchanged. As for the levels themselves, obviously these are completely custom to accommodate the new style of art, but keeping the various loops and tricks of the original games as well. Although a lot of that would probably make more sense if you actually knew how most of the Sonic editors work. Anyway, overall level design fairly fun, fairly flowing as well. Though there are a few dick moments, I can kind of forgive them as you don't always have to go down those paths. I actually only found out about these really annoying placements of spikes on this run in particular. The first time I played this hack ever, I pretty much didn't ever run into them. There are different branching paths, a lot like the originals, and it pays off to try and explore a bit. Overall, very solid level design. So how many GTA references can you see in the background? It's looking like Sonic Tribute is shaping up to be something really interesting that I'm definitely keeping my eyes on. Not too often do I find a hack that I'm really looking forward to seeing what other levels they put in, because this one feels really different. And I can't wait to see what kind of things they try out with different art styles with the levels and different music to try and go with the levels as well, what other enemies you'll see. Even with this short demo, it's provided me with a much different experience than I was expecting within these Sonic hacks, and I applaud it for that. You should all go and play it and say how awesome it is. You can actually get a sneak peek at another level by going into the Versus mode, which randomly took me to the level select, and all of a sudden I'm Tails. But I don't know if this is going to be actually in the game, or if it was a scrap level or something, I'm not sure. I'd also suggest that if you do try out this hack, to go into the sound test and have a little poke around to see what music they're using, as most of them seem to be in there. But this has been Sonic the Hedgehog Tribute. I will see you next time on the next Sonic Hack Showcase. Okay, thanks, bye.